Alright, got a new gecko coming in. Let's make an enclosure. First, gotta make some holes. To drill, just do clockwise to get the tip in, and then counterclockwise to create friction so that you don't tear up your enclosure as you're drilling it with the bit. Now that we're done with that, got 2 holes on both sides. We're gonna take our handy dandy mesh and cover the holes up. All I do is measure out enough to cover the hole, and I cover it with hot glue gun. All right, here's what it looks like on the outside. Pretty clean. Inside, I like hot glue because it dries fairly quickly and settles. And I got a couple hours before he gets here, so it'll be fine. But just 2 on both sides, and now we decorate. Alrighty, y'all. Got them in here. Let's open her up. All right, here we go. It's like he took a poop. All right. So this is Severus. So he fires up almost jet black on his base. So he's going to be part of my dark project for the base and stuff. So we shall see what he will produce next season. What you guys think? Let's get him his enclosure. Alright guys, update on this dude who was named Severus. Created some trauma, and I'll tell you the story in a minute. Oh God! Kind of created some trauma back at work earlier today. I would show you to him with the thing open, but he is freaking out right now. But he is now... Really? I'm trying to film. He's now a frog butt. Just FYI, it is a defense mechanism for geckos to drop their tail, just in case anybody was curious as to why they drop their tail. Alright, so the story is, I opened up his enclosure just to check on him, see how he was doing, and he was up on top of the top noodle there, and he was posing. Well, I was going to take a picture of him because he was being so cute. And one of my coworkers came up to him and was like, "Hey buddy, what you doing?" And so I just touched him, and he leaped out of his enclosure onto a bunch of like shelves that we keep parts and stuff in, went through that, got onto the ground, and just was like, you know, the little gecko little run and stuff, and he was fast. When I finally caught up to him, I go to pick him up, and as I pick him up, everybody's like, "Oh, his tail!" Yeah, you heard me right. This joker dropped his tail. This was my first tail drop, and holy crap, is that traumatic. I was so sad. He's such a beautiful gecko, and I mean, it's not that it takes away, but I love geckos with their tail, and I was super sad that I just got this dude, and he dropped his tail. All because he decided to create trauma. Like, he's the one who went cray-cray. Like, I'm so mad about it, but it was funny. Of course, it happened in front of a customer, which was also kind of like, I'm sorry. But they thought it was funny to a certain extent. I think they're also like, that's weird. it was kind of weird. But anyways, so that's the story. And so now every time I open up the enclosure, he freaks out. So he's going to enjoy his time in his enclosure for a little bit without much handling. I am going to figure that out when we get there. But I have now decided to take away the name Severus and give him the name Wormtail. If you don't know who Wormtail is Peter Pettigrew, who is missing a finger, which is kind of funny because he's missing his tail now. And I also think it's kind of funny and ironic because his name's Wormtail and he doesn't have a tail anymore. So, anyways, that's the story. Alright guys, so I figured I'd give you an update after about a week of having Wormtail. He is healing up nicely. I mean, it was almost instant once he dropped it, which I thought was quite cool. He has chilled out a lot more now, is more okay with me touching him and holding him and that sort of thing. So I'm super glad about that. So he's not as stressed anymore. He's a lot calmer, that sort of thing. So, but he's doing quite well. He lost about 4 grams dropping that big old tail, but he is doing good. And I am super excited to show you the ladies in my next video that I'm probably going to pair him to next season. Thanks guys for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed this video of me getting one of my breeders. I am very, very satisfied with what I got. I'm super excited to see what he will produce with the ladies that I have lined up for him next season. He does darken up a little bit more than this, but I'm not trying to stress him out too much just due to him still being in quarantine. But once he's out of that, I'll definitely get some better pictures and stuff like that. But just wanted to thank you guys again for watching my video.